Right now, somewhere in the world, someone is searching. When did it begin? Where is it happening? How does scoring work? Which sports are already done? Which medals are still waiting? Others are asking deeper questions. Is this about strength, skill, or courage? Is victory decided by the clock, by judges, or by teamwork? And what truly makes a champion? Here at the Orbit Updates, every one of those questions finds a home. We are following the journey of the Winter Olympic Games, taking place across the historic Italian hosts Milano and Cortina d'Ampezzo, where mountains, ice arenas, and frozen tracks have become the stage for the world's greatest winter athletes. Hi, this is Stacey Agatha speaking to you from the Orbit Updates. Have you ever wondered what it feels like when the whole world pauses just to watch a single heartbeat on ice? What goes through an athlete's mind when silence fills a stadium before a jump, a throw, a glide, or a final push? Why do millions stay awake through the night just to see a race that lasts less than 1 minute? And why, after every Winter Olympics, do we remember not only the winners, but also the tears?
The 2026 edition officially opened on February 6th, 2026, and the medals will be decided until February 22nd, 2026. But the story does not end when the flame goes out. After the Olympic champions are crowned, the world will return again for the Winter Paralympic Games beginning March 6th and ending March 15th, 2026, where determination shines even brighter and the meaning of sport grows deeper. If you are looking for results, we have them. If you want explanations, we break them down. If you are confused about rules, we simplify them. If you want context, we connect every moment. Because these games are not just competitions, they are a timeline. First the qualifiers, then eliminations, then the tension of semi-finals, and finally, the moments history remembers. Some events have already crossed their first checkpoints. Others stand on the edge of finals. And many stories are still being written in snow tonight. So stay with us as we take you step by step into every stage, how each one works, how winners are judged, which parts are completed, and which moments the world is still waiting to witness. From the snowy mountains and shining ice rinks of the Winter Olympic Games, I am speaking to you like we are sitting together beside a warm fire. I want to tell you what has been happening so far, why people around the world cannot stop watching, how the Games move step by step, and what still waits ahead. For many days now, athletes from many countries have been waking up before sunrise. They breathe cold air that looks like smoke when they talk. Their hands feel numb, yet their hearts feel hot with hope. The crowd cheers, drums beat, and flags wave in colours bright as candy. Every race, every jump, every slide tells a story of practice, courage, and patience. The Games do not happen all at once. They move in stages, like chapters in a storybook. First comes the opening days, where everyone competes just to qualify. Then comes the middle days, where only the best continue. Then comes the final days, where medals are decided. Some stages are already finished, some are halfway, and some are still waiting for their big moment. Let us begin with the sliding sports. In bobsleigh, a team pushes a heavy sled as fast as they can. For a few seconds, they run like sprinters on ice. Then they jump inside. After that, gravity takes over. The track twists like a frozen snake. The driver uses tiny movements to steer. The timer decides everything. No judges choose the winner. The clock alone speaks the truth. So far, the early heats are finished, and the fastest teams have moved forward. The medal runs are still coming. In luge, a single athlete lies on their back with feet first. It looks peaceful until the sled shoots away faster than a racing car in the city. They steer by pressing calves and shoulders against the sled. The time from several runs is added together. The smallest mistake costs everything. The first stage rounds are done, and the top racers now wait for the last runs where champions will be decided. The wildest cousin of them all is skeleton. Here the athlete goes head first. Yes, face toward the ice. They lift their chin just a little so they can see the track rushing below. Judging is again simple. Fastest combined time wins. The qualification stage has finished, and now the final heat is close. The tension here feels heavier than snow clouds. Now we move to the mountain. In alpine skiing, racers stand high on a steep hill. When the gate opens, they fly downward, bending around poles planted in the snow. Each skier must pass every gate. Missing one means disqualification. Time decides the winner. Some races, like downhill, are already complete, while slalom and giant slalom still have final runs ahead. Then comes the jumping and trick world of snowboarding. In big air and half-pipe events, judges watch carefully. They score height, difficulty, landing, and style. Falling removes many points. Riders get several runs, and the best score counts. Qualification rounds are done, and finals are coming soon. Crowds love this stage because it feels like watching people fly. There is also a sport that mixes calm and chaos: biathlon. Athletes ski fast across snow trails, then suddenly stop and shoot targets. When they miss, they must ski penalty loops. The winner is the fastest total time after shooting. Some races like sprint and pursuit have finished, while relay races are still to come. Here, a strong heart and a steady hand must live together. On the shining rink, we watch beauty in figure skating. This one is judged, not timed. Judges look at jumps, spins, steps, and how the performance feels. They give points for difficulty and points for presentation. The short programs are finished. Free skate finals will decide the champions. The audience becomes quiet here, listening even to the sound of blades cutting ice. Right beside it is pure racing in speed skating. Athletes race around an oval track. The fastest time wins. There are no tricks, no music, just power and rhythm. Some distances already have winners, while longer races and team pursuit are still waiting. Each lap builds tension like a drumbeat. Then we have the thinking sport, curling. Players slide heavy stones toward a painted circle. Teammates sweep the ice to guide direction and distance. Points go to the team, whose stones stop closest to the centre. Many group matches have been played. The knockout rounds are now beginning, and every throw feels like a final exam. The loudest arena belongs to ice hockey. Teams skate, pass, and shoot a puck into the net. 3 periods decide the match. If tied, overtime comes. Some teams are already out. Others now enter semi-finals and finals. This stage feels like a festival of speed and strength. Across all these sports, the stages follow a clear path. First qualification, many compete, few survive. Second elimination, only strong athletes remain. Third semi-final, pressure grows like a storm. Fourth final, medals shine and tears fall, both happy and sad. So far, more than half of the events have completed their first rounds. Many have finished their middle rounds. Only the final medal stages remain in several sports. This means the hardest days are still ahead. Athletes are tired but also more focused than ever. To understand judging simply, remember this. Racing sports use time. Trick sports use points. Team sports use goals or scores. Precision sports use closeness to target. Endurance sports combine speed with accuracy. Every system is made to reward fairness. When a race uses time, computers measure thousandths of a second. When judges score, several judges watch, so no single opinion controls the result. Highest and lowest scores are sometimes ignored to keep balance. In target sports, measurement tools check exact distance. Nothing is left to guessing. The athletes also follow rules. Crossing lines early leads to restart or disqualification. Missing a gate means the run ends. Falling sometimes allows continuation, but costs time or points. Fair play is protected carefully because medals must be trusted by the whole world. The crowd has also become part of the story. Children wave flags bigger than themselves. Parents lift them onto shoulders. Strangers hug after victories. Silence falls before important attempts, then erupts like thunder after success. Even through television screens, people feel united. Weather also plays a role. Snowfall slows tracks. Wind changes jumps. Ice hardness affects skating speed. Officials adjust schedules to keep safety. Sometimes athletes must wait hours for the right moment. Patience becomes another competitor they must defeat. Behind every performance stands years of training. Many athletes began as small children sliding on local hills. They woke early before school, practiced after homework, and fell many times. Now they stand on the world stage, proving persistence matters. As the remaining stages approach, tension grows. Coaches study rivals carefully. Athletes review mistakes from earlier rounds. Equipment is tuned perfectly. Sleep becomes precious. One small advantage can turn silver into gold. Soon the finals will arrive. Flags will rise, anthems will play, and medals will hang around shaking shoulders. Some dreams will come true, others will wait 4 more years. Yet every athlete leaves stronger than before. So far, the Games have given speed, beauty, courage, and strategy. They have shown how humans can slide like wind, jump like birds, glide like dancers, and think like chess masters, all on ice and snow. And as your reporter watching closely, I can say the greatest moments may still be ahead. Because the last stages are where legends are born, and the world watches with one shared heartbeat in the cold winter night. When people watch the shining arenas of the Winter Olympic Games, they often see speed, jumps, and medals. But before every race or performance, something quiet and very human happens. Athletes prepare not only their bodies, but also their minds, and sometimes their hearts believe in small habits that feel almost magical. Many athletes carry little rituals with them. One skater always ties the left lace first, never the right. Another taps the ice 3 times before moving. A snowboarder may listen to the same song every single competition day, even if they have heard it 1,000 times. Some talk to themselves softly. Some close their eyes and imagine the race from start to finish. To others, it may look funny, but to the athlete, it feels like balance. Why do they do this? It is not really magic. The brain loves routine. When a person repeats the same action again and again, the brain feels safe. Fear becomes smaller, the heart beats calmer, the muscles listen better. So the ritual becomes a signal that says, I am ready now. There was a skier who always wore the same lucky gloves in practice. One day they were lost. He felt nervous before the race. His coach told him, the gloves are not the reason you are fast, your training is. He still missed them, but after a few deep breaths and focus, he raced perfectly. The lesson was simple. Rituals help confidence, but skill wins medals. Some athletes carry small objects from home, a bracelet from a parent, a ribbon from a child, or a photo inside a bag. They do not bring it for luck alone, they bring it for calm. When they hold it, they remember who they are beyond the stadium. It reminds them they are still human, not only competitors. While athletes prepare their minds, another quiet preparation happens under their feet, the ice itself. Ice is not just frozen water. Good ice is a science. In skating arenas, workers arrive hours before sunrise. They check temperature carefully. If ice is too warm, it becomes soft and slow. If too cold, it becomes brittle and dangerous. So they keep it in a perfect middle place, often around -5 to -7 degrees Celsius. They spray thin layers of water again and again. Each layer freezes smoothly. A special machine moves across the rink, shaving bumps and filling scratches. Even a tiny groove from a skate blade can change speed. Smooth ice lets athletes glide like glass. Rough ice steals energy from every push. Humidity in the air matters too. Too much moisture makes fog and softens the surface. Dry air keeps it fast. Large buildings use hidden systems to control air, almost like controlling weather indoors. The crowd may feel comfortable, but below them, sensors watch temperature every second. Different sports need different ice. Figure skaters prefer slightly softer ice, so blades grip for jumps and spins. Speed skaters want harder ice, so they glide faster. Hockey uses balanced ice that allows quick stops without cracking. Workers adjust water temperature and freezing time to create these differences. It is like cooking. Same ingredients, different results. Athletes notice these details immediately. A skater stepping onto perfect ice feels quiet confidence. They know the surface will answer exactly as expected. But if ice changes, they must adapt in seconds. Great champions are not only strong, they are flexible thinkers. After mind and surface are prepared, the body must also be prepared. Food becomes fuel, and fuel becomes movement. Before an event, athletes do not eat heavy meals. Heavy food sits in the stomach and steals energy from muscles. Instead, they choose simple foods that give quick strength. Many eat oatmeal, rice, pasta, or bread. These foods turn into sugar slowly and give long-lasting energy. They also eat fruits like bananas because they help muscles work smoothly. Yogurt and eggs give protein to keep muscles strong but not too heavy. Water is very important. Cold air hides sweat, but the body still loses water. Even a small loss can slow reaction time. Some athletes eat exactly the same breakfast every competition day. Not only for nutrition, but also for comfort. The stomach knows the food, so it stays calm. A calm stomach means a calm mind. Right before competing, they eat only a small snack, maybe a banana, an energy bar, or a few nuts. Just enough to wake the body, not enough to weigh it down. After the event, eating becomes even more important. Muscles are tired and tiny fibres inside them are broken from effort. Food repairs them. First comes water again to replace lost fluids. Then comes protein, chicken, fish, beans, milk, to rebuild muscle. Then comes carbohydrates again to refill energy stores. Some also drink warm soup because it comforts the body and restores salt lost in sweat. Timing matters. The first 30 minutes after competition are like an open door. The body absorbs nutrients faster then. Athletes often prepare recovery snacks ready in their bags so they can eat immediately. There is also something sweet about this moment. After intense focus, eating becomes peaceful. Teammates sit together, sometimes quiet, sometimes laughing. Win or lose, the body thanks them for caring for it. When we watch a race, we see seconds. But behind those seconds live hours of preparation. The ritual that calms the mind, the careful science that shapes the ice, and the food that powers movement. So the next time you see an athlete tap their skate, adjust their gloves, or sit quietly with headphones, remember, they are not wasting time. They are building a small world of control in a place filled with pressure. Beneath them, invisible workers perfect the frozen ground. Inside them, simple meals turn into strength. And together, these unseen details help create the beautiful moments we cheer for. Moments that look effortless, but are built from patience, science, and belief.
And so, as the lights dim over the arenas and the cold night settles across the mountains of Milano and Cortina d'Ampezzo, the story of the Winter Olympic Games continues to unfold, not only in medals won, but in courage revealed. Today we witness speed that defies fear, balance that defies gravity, and patience that defeats pressure. Some athletes move forward carrying hope. Others leave carrying lessons. Yet every performance becomes part of history the moment it touches the ice or snow. If you joined us searching for answers, we hope you leave with clarity. If you came for results, we hope you stay for understanding. And if you arrived out of curiosity, we hope you now feel the heartbeat behind every second on the clock and every point on the scoreboard. Here on the Orbit Updates, our promise remains simple. Whenever the world gathers to witness something greater than competition, you will find it explained, followed, and brought closer to you. I'm Stacey Agatha. Stay informed and keep watching because the final moments are still ahead and history has not finished writing today.